24 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? And this Lou Taylor woman is also on the board of Hillsong's church home.
Looks like there's trouble brewing in the Kardashian family, and it's messier than anyone could have imagined. Rumors are swirling that their ties to Diddy might run deeper and darker than anyone suspected. Sure, we all knew the Kardashians were close to Diddy back in his prime, before his skeleton started tumbling out of the closet. But now, reports suggest the family wasn't just rubbing shoulders with Diddy, they allegedly played a part in silencing and paying off his victims. And if that wasn't enough, there are whispers that they even helped him launder money. Shocking, right? The Kardashians have faced accusations of shady financial dealings before, but this one might just top them all. The internet is abuzz with claims that the Kardashian empire, once seen as untouchable, might finally be teetering on its last leg. Fans have been speculating for ages about the family's so-called downfall, but no one expected the drama to blow up in such a scandalous way. And let's talk about Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian, because their names are front and center in this mess. Not only are they accused of allegedly profiting from Diddy's rumored wrongdoings, but get this, there's even talk that Diddy himself set Kris up with her much younger boyfriend, Corey Gamble. Oh, and Corey? He's no stranger to raised eyebrows. Fans have been suspicious of him for years, questioning his sudden rise to fame. Let's just say his story has always felt unconventional. Stay tuned, because this Kardashian-Diddy connection might unravel even more skeletons. Even before Corey Gamble crossed paths with Kris Jenner, his connections to big-name players were already raising eyebrows. From rubbing shoulders with Jeff Bezos and Justin Bieber to cozying up with Diddy, Corey had a knack for finding his way into elite circles. And while there have been whispers, allegedly, about him servicing the rich and powerful, we're sure that's just gossip, right? One thing no one can deny is Corey's undeniable charm. Growing up in Atlanta, he was that guy. The captain of his high school football team, beloved by teachers and practically untouchable. The classic golden boy who always knew how to work a room. After high school and college, Corey made his way into the entertainment world, dating Cherie Buchanan, the ex-wife of NFL star Ray Buchanan. But their relationship ended in absolute chaos. Cherie, who was a decade older than Corey, accused him of violence after their split in 2010. She even filed a restraining order, claiming he stalked her when she called it quits. That drama alone would have been enough to raise suspicions, but the rumors about Corey don't stop there. Blind items and anonymous sources have alleged that Corey may have dabbled in the adult film industry during his Atlanta days. To make things even messier, there are claims that Corey was allegedly involved in gay adult films and might have done extra favors for certain celebs to climb the social ladder. His connection to Diddy, who's earned the nickname the Diddler in some circles, certainly doesn't help squash the chatter. Let's just say this story gets murkier the more you dig. Corey Gamble has faced plenty of accusations over the years, so there's no need to dig up his entire list of controversies again. The details of how Corey and Diddy first connected are hazy, but the word on the street is that Fonzworth Bentley, Diddy's former assistant, stylist, and more, might have been the missing link. Corey and Fonzworth were at Morehouse College at the same time, and rumor has it their paths crossed there. Allegedly, Fonzworth later introduced Corey to Diddy, and we all know the whispers about Fonzworth and Diddy's special relationship. Let's just say Fonzworth might have been getting more than just a paycheck from Diddy. Somehow, Corey transitioned from Diddy's inner circle to Kris Jenner's arm, and the two have been together for a solid decade. But let's not pretend it was all smooth sailing at first. Kris's kids, and even Kanye West, weren't exactly thrilled about Corey's arrival. Kanye, being Kanye, didn't hesitate to call Corey out for his shady vibes. Say what you will about Kanye, but he's never been one to hold back. Oddly enough, Kris seemed completely unfazed by Corey's questionable past. She brushed off her kids' concerns like they were nothing. At the time, her calm attitude seemed strange, almost too nonchalant. But with what we know now, it's hard not to wonder if Kris was in on something all along. Rumor has it that Corey was allegedly sold to Kris by none other than Diddy himself. In this tangled web of rumors, it's alleged that Kris Jenner helped Diddy launder his money and silence the victims of his wild escapades, all in a shady exchange of favors. Let's not forget how close the Kardashians used to be with Diddy, at least until his skeleton started spilling out of the closet. Once the lawsuits came rolling in, Diddy practically disappeared from their narrative, and they acted like he never existed. But as always, the internet doesn't forget. Fans quickly uncovered receipts that exposed not just their shady connections to Diddy, but also their sketchy money dealings and lingering debts. Now, let's talk about Kim Kardashian's financial moves, because she's always had a reputation for being creative when it comes to making money. For years, rumors have swirled that Kim wasn't afraid to step into questionable territory to hustle, even if it meant cozying up to a few shady characters along the way. And who could forget Kim's pre-fame days, back when she worked as a closet assistant for Brandy? The whispers about her behavior during that time have never really died down. Word on the street is that Kim may have been helping herself to more than just designer outfits, allegedly dipping into Brandy's stash of cash. And if that wasn't messy enough, there are claims that her sister Khloe was right there, lending a helping hand. Rumors are swirling that Kris Jenner played a key role in helping Diddy launder money and hush up the victims of his wild antics, all allegedly part of some shady deal. Remember when the Kardashians seemed inseparable from Diddy? That was before his skeleton started tumbling out and the lawsuits came flooding in. Suddenly, Diddy vanished from their narrative like he never existed. But of course, the internet never forgets. Fans were quick to uncover receipts linking the Kardashians not only to Diddy's mess, but also to their own questionable financial moves and lingering debts. Now, let's dive into Kim Kardashian's money-making strategies, because her reputation for being creative with cash has always been a hot topic. For years, whispers have followed her, claiming she wasn't afraid to flirt with the dark side of hustling, even if it meant cozying up to some shady figures along the way. And then there's Kim's pre-fame chapter as Brandy's closet assistant. Those days have been the source of persistent gossip, and for good reason. Word has it that Kim might have helped herself to more than just a few designer pieces, allegedly dipping into Brandy's stash of money. And if that wasn't scandalous enough, there are rumors that her sister Khloe may have been right there alongside her, lending a hand in the chaos. During her time as Brandy's assistant, Kim reportedly had access to Brandy's credit card for what was supposed to be a one-time purchase, with Brandy's mom keeping a watchful eye on things. But when Kim and Brandy eventually parted ways, things allegedly took a dramatic turn. Rumor has it that Kim, Khloe, and their brother Rob seized an opportunity to help themselves to a whopping $120,000 from Brandy's mom's account. Kim had apparently kept the credit card details on hand, biding her time until the perfect moment to strike. And when that moment came, she allegedly went all in. To cover their tracks, Kim, Khloe, and Rob funneled the stolen money through their family-owned stores, Dash and Smooch. Rather than going on a shopping spree that might raise red flags, they figured this sneaky approach would make the theft harder to trace, especially since Brandy already had a reputation for racking up credit card charges. But their plan fell apart when Brandy's mom noticed unauthorized transactions on her account. At first, she tried to resolve the matter quietly, offering Kim the chance to repay the money without involving the authorities. This likely had something to do with the family's connection to Brandy and Ray J. However, Kim reportedly dragged things out for over a year without paying up, and Brandy's mom eventually ran out of patience. She decided enough was enough and hit them with a lawsuit. In the end, though, Brandy and Ray J stepped in, convincing their mom to settle the matter privately and drop the case. The behind-the-scenes drama was kept under wraps, but the internet hasn't let the story fade. According to Ray J, this fiasco was the breaking point in his relationship with Kim. While many believed their split was all about those other private moments, it turns out this scandal was the real reason he walked away for good. And just when you think Kim's shady dealings might have ended, another layer of drama unfolds. Before she skyrocketed to fame, Kim was reportedly involved with a sugar daddy named Joe Lo, an Asian tycoon with ties to money laundering. Word on the street is that Kim was more than just acquainted with Joe Lo's operation, she allegedly helped him move dirty money. Insiders have spilled that Kim frequently jetted off with Joe Lo to luxury gambling destinations, living it up in style. One story from 2009 takes the cake. Kim allegedly flew back to Los Angeles with a trash bag stuffed with $250,000 in winnings from a Las Vegas casino. But here's the jaw-dropper. It's starting to look like this might have been part of a much larger money laundering scheme. With Jolo's rumored involvement in illicit financial activities, these winnings are raising even more questions. Jolo's alleged involvement in some seriously shady activities only makes this story more outrageous. According to insiders, Lo is wanted by international authorities for masterminding a multi-billion-dollar money laundering scam. He's accused of orchestrating a scheme to siphon a staggering $4.5 billion from Malaysia's state-run Economic Development Fund. 1MDB, 1 Malaysia Development Berhad. Despite catching the attention of the FBI and being the focus of multiple investigations, somehow Kim managed to skate by without facing any charges. But wait, it gets even stranger. Rumors have started swirling that the Kardashian-Jenner clan might not be as wealthy as they want everyone to believe. Whispers are circulating about some unconventional tax strategies they may be using, and it all ties back to the California Community Church. This so-called church, registered as a nonprofit in 2009, is reportedly Kris Jenner's brainchild. Members are required to cough up $1,000 a month in fees, plus 10% of their annual earnings. And guess who's allegedly sitting pretty at the top of those donations? Yep, the Kardashians themselves. It's starting to look like this could be a clever financial maneuver to keep the cash flowing. Because if there's one thing the Kar-Jenners excel at, it's staying one step ahead, especially when it comes to their finances. Now, here's where things get extra shady. That 10% donation to the California Community Church, it's like a tax loophole tailor-made for the Kardashian-Jenners. Take Kim, for example, allegedly pulling in around $80 million a year. That's a whopping $8 million she could knock off her taxes. But it gets even juicier. Guess who's at the helm of this operation? None other than Kris Jenner herself.